Well, it's a big day in Vegas for thousands of NRL fans with the clubs holding signing events. Let's go to Vegas now, where Jim Callanan is standing by. Hello, Jimmy. You're at the Bulldogs signing event. How's it all unfolding there?
Yeah, good morning to you again, Charmaine, and happily for afternoon here in Las Vegas. From the NRL Fan Hub, we're here at Resorts World at Las Vegas, which is housing the 4 NRL teams, and many of the fans have been out in force already. Just to give you a little snapshot, of course, of what's behind us on offer there is the Club World Cup that was won by Hull KR only a few days ago, the English Super League trophy, and, of course, the NRL Premiership trophy as well. They're just some of the props that are featuring a lot of happy snaps from fans who have been very busy today, in particular the Bulldogs. I think the streets of Belmont must be empty, Charmaine, because there are so many Canterbury Bankstown fans here in their blue and white, and they got up and close and personal with their favourite players today. They held a signing session that went for at least 2 hours. They were lined up for an hour before that, well outside the doors. They then circled around, got everything signed. And when I say everything signed, there was even a baby getting handed around to the likes of Matt Burton, who did sign it, which is maybe a little bit apt because he's also looking after the baby of the Bulldogs, that being Lockie Galvin. But yes, you mentioned it right at the top. The big names are also here. A little bit delayed, as we know, with that flight that had to go back for repairs. Well, Peter V'landys, the Australian Rugby League Commission chairman, is here, and already one of the most popular men in Las Vegas, along with his Chief Executive Officer, Andrew Abdo. I caught up with Peter about what he's seen so far here, but also his rather bold and bullish plans about expanding the game even further. Well, it's hard to tell who's more popular, the teams or this man, the Rugby League Commission Chief, Peter V'landys. Peter, it just gets bigger and bigger every year.
Absolutely. Look at the amount of people that are here today. This is the biggest Australian contingent we've ever had. It will be close to 20,000 Australians making the trip. There's 10,000 coming from England. So we've taken over Vegas, basically, and the atmosphere here is electric.
A little bit of a delayed start, but you certainly hit the ground running. Some bold plans and bold visions. This could even get bigger.
It'll definitely get bigger. We want a global round. We want to go right around the world. We're looking at Wembley. We're looking at Abu Dhabi, Japan, Hong Kong, and even Miami. I think that people will have this occasion as part of their holiday, so they'll plan themselves around going to these places. And so we're giving them bucket list items to attend.
There's going to be people at home that hear those destinations and go, come on, it's rugby league. How on earth can we do that? But we've only got to see what happens here.
Well, everyone looked at us blankly when we said we were going to Vegas, and 20,000 people later, look how successful it is. So, no, look, you've got to have ambition. If you don't have ambition, you'll just stay still. And we've proven that because it's given us the momentum, Vegas, for the rest of the season. It takes us off on a flying start. We have the highest rating round, being round 1. But those viewers have stuck on. They've enjoyed the game. So they're casual, and then they've become engaged viewers. And so part of the success of Vegas, which we didn't expect, was to get a new audience in Australia.
That's the thing. It's growing there, but it's getting traction here. That's also key.
It is key. Last year we had over 500,000 viewers, which was great, and a lot more people are subscribing to our app, which is Watch NRL, which generates some significant new revenue for us.
In terms of that, I mean, it's early days, I know, but by your metrics, how quickly has the growth been?
Look, it's exceeded my expectations. Like I was expecting to get 3,000 or 4,000 Australians, but to end up getting 20,000, it's unbelievable. As I said, and it's had that ancillary benefit, which wasn't planned in promoting the game around Australia and getting that momentum on round 1.
I joked at the top to see who was more popular, but it's a genuine question. There's a lot of people coming up wanting selfies.
Yeah, I've got a lot of relatives.
But what's that feeling like? Because you feel the love from the fans, because I think they're along for this ride with you and the executive.
Look, I think they come here and they enjoy it, and they're just thanking me for bringing it here and having they're having a time of their lives. It's a bucket list thing. You're planning, and one thing about rugby league, it's really a tribalism sport. When you follow a team, like you walk around Vegas, they're all wearing their jerseys. You go on the aeroplane, they're all wearing their jerseys. It's extraordinary. I never even expected how tribal it was.
All right, there's Rugby League World Cup coming. There's more to be planned, and we're hearing 2030. Las Vegas, America, perhaps. Is that a genuine possibility? I know you don't make decisions on that, but I know you've got a big say in it as well. If we're looking that far ahead, could the States host the Rugby League World Cup?
I can't see why not. And we've grown the game here, and I'm sure it'll be extremely popular if it does come here. Look, there's a lot of options, as you say. I'm on the International Rugby League board, but there's a lot more to go on before that happens.
All right, just finally, you're the experienced hand here, so how do we survive the rest of the week? Because it's only Wednesday.
Just keep away from tigers and and babies. If you keep away from tigers and babies, you should be right.
Yeah, great to spend some time with the Rugby League Commission Chair, Peter V'landys, and generally he's a very popular man. A lot of selfies, a lot of autographs, but of course it is about the job at hand as it continues to build for opening round this weekend. It's going to be a really big day today. There's more team signings for all their fans later today. Cowboys and the Dragons are up, but all 6 captains, the 4 NRL teams, and of course the 2 teams from the English Super League, Hull KR and Leeds. The captains of all 6 teams will be in attendance very soon, and we'll have that for you here on Fox Sports News throughout the day and well into the evening as well. It's a big day where the fans really get up close and personal with all the big names here in Las Vegas, and we'll have it for you right throughout the day here on Channel 500, Char.
Thanks, Jim. We'll catch up with you again soon. All the action from Vegas kicks off on Sunday from 10 a.m. Eastern on Fox League. Hull KR takes on Leeds Rhinos before the NRL season opening double header. The Knights and Cowboys go head-to-head first before the Bulldogs and Dragons renew their rivalry.